Today's discussion is focused on the ongoing situation surrounding Remy Ma, often called Slimmer Rem, and the growing public attention around her personal and professional life. At the same time, people are also talking about Papoose, who is still widely known as her husband, even though their relationship appears far more complicated than it once seemed. New developments keep surfacing, and each one adds another layer to the story, making it harder for fans to understand where things truly stand. One of the main topics being discussed is whether Remy Ma has quietly started moving forward with someone new in her life. At first, these rumors seemed easy to dismiss, but as more details and hints began circulating online, people started paying closer attention and questioning what might actually be happening behind the scenes. Alongside that, there has been growing conversation about Remy's career comeback, and how strong her recent success has been after everything she went through in the past. She has managed to rebuild her image, re-establish her presence in music, and secure new opportunities that remind everyone of her influence in hip-hop. Many people see this as a major personal and professional turnaround, something not many artists are able to achieve after setbacks. Instead of simply relying on her earlier success, she has worked to create a fresh path forward and reconnect with her audience in a powerful way. However, some observers believe that tension has been building around her journey, especially when it comes to her relationship dynamics and outside distractions. There have even been claims and discussions suggesting financial disagreements or questionable decisions happening behind closed doors, though nothing has been fully confirmed. Because of this, fans have started analyzing past events more closely, including moments where family gatherings and personal situations seem to carry more tension than expected, instead of being peaceful or supportive environments. While all of this is unfolding, Remy continues to focus on her music and recent wins, showing resilience and determination. Her latest collaboration with French Montana and Max B has been performing extremely well, gaining strong attention across streaming platforms, radio, clubs, and social media. The song even reached #1 on iTunes, which sparked a wave of celebration from her supporters. Around the time of this achievement, she shared a message reflecting confidence and pride, making it clear that she is used to success and expects to remain at the top, rather than settle for less. The energy around this record has been growing rapidly, with many people calling it one of the most impactful New York hip-hop moments in recent times. Some even believe it has the potential to become a major live performance highlight, possibly at a large venue like Madison Square Garden, or even a basketball halftime show, especially given the strong connections within the industry. Figures like Fat Joe are often mentioned as having the kind of influence that could help bring something that big together. While Remy Ma is enjoying this momentum, attention has also turned toward Papoose and his recent online activity. He attempted to revive attention around a New York Knicks-themed remix project by tagging several well-known artists on social media, including major names from the rap scene. However, the response was not as strong as expected, and while some reposting happened, it did not directly come from his own post in the way he likely hoped. Eventually, that post was removed, leading fans to speculate about disappointment or lack of recognition. Shortly after, he promoted another project, a remix of Touch It, which also drew attention because of timing, as it came right after Remy's major chart success. In that remix, he highlighted his own verse, even though the original version of the track had already made its cultural impact years earlier. Because of these back-to-back moves, some fans believe he may be seeking recognition or trying to stay relevant during a moment when most attention is centered on Remy Ma's success. Overall, the situation continues to evolve, with both personal dynamics and music careers overlapping in a way that keeps the public watching closely. In today's ongoing conversation, attention has once again turned toward Remy Ma, also known as Slimmer Rem, and the growing public discussion around both her career and personal life. At the same time, Papoose remains part of the narrative, still recognized by many as her husband, even though their situation appears far more complicated than it once was. As more updates continue to surface, the story keeps shifting, and fans are finding it harder to separate fact from speculation. One of the biggest talking points is the idea that Remy Ma may have quietly moved forward in her personal life. These rumors did not seem very strong at first, but as new clues and online discussions started spreading, people began paying closer attention. Now, even small details are being analyzed and linked together, whether they truly connect or not. Alongside this, Remy's career comeback has become a major focus. After facing setbacks in the past, she has rebuilt her image, strengthened her presence in music, and re-established herself as a powerful voice in hip-hop. Her recent success is being viewed as a strong comeback story, showing how she managed to rise again through determination and consistency. While her momentum continues to grow, some observers believe there has been unnecessary noise and distractions around her journey. There have been claims and assumptions circulating about personal and financial issues behind the scenes, but nothing has been confirmed. Still, these conversations have led fans to re-examine past moments, especially situations where tension may have been visible in private or family settings. Instead of peaceful and supportive environments, some of those moments are now being interpreted differently in hindsight. Meanwhile, Remy Ma has stayed focused on her music and achievements, especially her recent collaboration with French Montana and Max B. That record has gained strong traction across streaming platforms, radio, clubs, and social media, quickly becoming one of the most talked about releases connected to New York hip-hop. The track even reached the #1 position on iTunes, which sparked major celebration from her supporters. Around that time, she posted a confident message reflecting pride in her success, making it clear that she expects to remain at the top rather than settle for less. Many fans have embraced this energy, seeing it as a reminder of her influence and legacy. There is even talk that this record could become part of a larger cultural moment, possibly performed on a big stage like Madison Square Garden or a major NBA event, especially given the strong industry connections surrounding it. However, while Remy continues to enjoy this success, attention has also shifted toward Papoose and his recent online activity. He shared content promoting older New York-themed music projects, including visuals where he highlighted his hand tattoos symbolizing the 5 boroughs, along with captions filled with emojis and strong cultural references. He also tagged major artists and organizations in an attempt to draw attention to the record, but the response he received was not as strong or direct as expected, and many viewers felt the post did not land the way it was intended. Instead of being seen as a pure celebration of classic hip-hop, some interpreted it as an effort to redirect attention away from Remy Ma's current success. This led to frustration among certain fans, who felt it followed a familiar pattern of competing narratives rather than allowing one person to have the spotlight. After the lack of engagement, attention moved to another promotional move involving a remix of the song, Touch It. In this case, Papoose highlighted his own verse from the remix version, even though the original track had already made its major cultural impact years earlier. Critics pointed out that while the remix included well-known artists, it was not the version that originally shaped the song's success or legacy. Online reactions quickly followed, with many comments suggesting that he was focusing too much on past moments instead of building something new. Some viewers advised him to collaborate more with current generation artists and move forward creatively, while others said it was time to evolve rather than revisit old achievements. There were also more direct reactions, including sarcastic remarks and emojis showing disapproval, reflecting how divided the audience had become. A few even questioned whether these posts were about music at all, or more about staying visible in a changing industry landscape. At the same time, discussions began shifting from music itself to timing and perception. Many fans started comparing the sequence of events, noting how these promotional posts appeared right after Remy Ma's record gained momentum. This led to speculation that the timing might not be accidental, even if no clear intention can be proven. From one perspective, it may simply be an effort to stay active in the culture, but from another, it looks like a response to someone else's success. Ultimately, the conversation reflects a larger theme in entertainment, where perception often becomes just as important as action. While Remy Ma continues to enjoy strong support in rising numbers, Papoose finds himself facing criticism and questions about his recent moves. Whether intentional or not, the situation has created a divide in public opinion, with many believing that each artist should focus on their own lane. In the end, fans are left debating one central idea: whether this is just coincidence or a pattern that keeps repeating in plain sight.